In today's video, we're going to give you guys a step-by-step guide on how to use an airless sprayer so you can 10x your paint time. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so the machine we're using today is a Graco Nova 390 PC. That being said, regardless of the machine you have, as far as controls go, there's three main controls that you're going to have, and every machine's going to, the location of the control is going to be in a different place, but you're going to have the same three controls. And so let's familiarize ourselves with those first. So if you go to the back of this Graco machine, and any machine you might be using, you're going to have an on-off switch. This one just so happens to be located in the back, and the 0 is off, and the straight line is going to be your on. So that's going to supply power. Your other main control is going to be your pressure valve or your pressure control. So on this machine, to the left is low pressure, crank it to the right, high pressure, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. The other one is going to be prime mode is down. This is your prime / spray mode. So this is going to switch your machine from spraying to priming. And we'll get to that here in a sec. Okay guys, now that we've familiarized ourselves with the controls on the machine, this is going to be your spray gun. If you notice on the spray gun right here, there's this guard, and that's to prevent your hand bumping into something and then, or something else bumping into it and pulling that trigger on accident. That being said, accidents, this is actually a locking mechanism. So if you push that back and you squeeze the trigger, that allows you to squeeze the trigger. Now to lock it when you're not using it, you simply push that in and it's a safety. So now you can't pull the trigger. And anytime you guys are using this and you're not spraying, it's important to kind of put that safety on so you don't accidentally spray yourself in the face or somebody else, etc. Now we move on to the spray guard and the spray tip. Now the spray guard itself is there not only to remind you not to put your hands in front of it, but to protect the material you're spraying, because the pressure of this spray tip is such that if you get too close to the wall, you'll literally dig a hole in your wall. This is the spray tip. Okay, you can see it has a little locking mechanism in there. It's grooved, and you can pull this out. These are interchangeable. Okay, so that relative to the material you're working on, you can change those out because different materials require different spray tips. Now on these tips, these are reversible tips so that you can spray and unclog it at the same time. So if you ever get any clogs, the back of this tip is bigger than the front, so your clogs are going to catch there first. If you turn it this way and pull your trigger while you're painting, it'll shoot whatever's clogging the back of that tip up and allow you to continue spraying. The arrow pointing this way is the spray direction. This is middle, and that is your clean out direction. Okay guys, we familiarized ourselves with the controls and the actual spray gun itself. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your power switch. Make sure it's in the off position, the 0. You want to go to your pressure valve, turn it all the way down, and you're going to want to have this in the prime position. That's spray, that's prime. Okay guys, before you do anything else, you're going to want to get yourself some of this throat seal liquid, TSL, and you're going to want to go to your machine right here if you're using a Graco, and you're going to want to take your lid off, and there is a piston in there, and you're going to want to spray some of that on your piston, and this keeps the piston lubricated so that you don't burn that piston up and prematurely wear it. So the next step is, if your airless is brand new, it's kind of important to do this because you're going to want to make sure it works properly before you put it in paint. Plus, you want to flush out any debris that might be in there from the factory if it's new. If it's not new and it's been used before, I dare say you might be able to skip this portion. But these two tubes, this is a prime tube, and this is what we call a pickup tube or an intake. Now you're going to want to get yourself 2 buckets. One bucket with water in it, and the other bucket is for trash. It's what we call trash, so it's just excess waste that's going to come out of this prime tube. So we're going to stick our prime tube in our trash bucket, and we're going to stick our pickup tube, which is our main tube that picks up material. And the first thing we're going to want to do is come over here and make sure it's in the off position. Turn our pressure up a bit. Then we're going to make sure it's in the prime position. And what this step is doing is it's getting any air. If there's an airlock in the pump itself or the hose, this is going to push any air out of there so that it is airless. Okay. So now that we got that in there and we got our prime tube in, we can go to the back of our machine. We got our pressure up. We go to the back of our machine, turn it on. And we're going to want to run it till we see water come out. Turn the machine off, and we run that until we see water come out without any air burps, and we know that the machine is primed. Okay guys, now that we have our machine primed, first thing we're going to want to do is make sure our safety lock is on. So let's make sure our trigger's locked. And we're going to take this guard off and tip, because anytime you're running material through this hose, you don't want to run it through the spray tip. A, it wastes time. B, it's hard on the tip, especially paint itself. So if you're running paint through there, it's just going to wear your tip out faster. Plus, more material can come out this way. So why not do that? And there's less risk for an injection wound. That being said, we're going to set our gun right here. Now we're going to go to our machine, and we're going to turn our pressure up a little bit. We're going to switch it to spray mode. And now, see there, our pressure is up. Now we're going to run water through this part, through our gun here. We're going to disengage our lock. And this is important to you guys. Put it down in your bucket before you pull the trigger. Otherwise, if you pull it up here, you're just going to get splashed in the face. Put it down, squeeze the trigger, then pull out. You can see we got water going through there. And that airless shutting off lets me know that it's primed properly. If it weren't primed properly, it would just continue to run. Okay guys, so in this step, after we've made sure that any debris and whatnot has been removed from our airless sprayer, now we're going to take our spray gun, we're going to set it here, and then now it's time for us to actually put paint in it. Now the process for this is the same as it was for the previous step. If you guys missed that step, you can go over there, but I'll show it to you again, because now we're going to actually put paint in the machine. So we're going to take our pickup tube where the material comes out of the actual bucket, and we're going to put it down in our paint, and we're going to take our prime tube and put it close to our bucket, so that when this starts coming out of here, we'll switch it over to here. Okay, now you're going to want to come over here, turn your pressure all the way down, slowly put this back in prime position. If you do it too fast, a lot of times that hose will jump out of your bucket. So now you know you're back in the prime position, and all you have to do now, since your machine's already on, is turn your pressure up. Now we're going to turn the pressure up till it starts coming out of the prime tube. Water will come out first, then paint. Once paint comes out, we're going to transfer it over. Now we're going to switch it to spray mode. That'll turn it off. This little handy dandy will sit right there. Now you're going to get your gun, and you're going to come over here. Now that you're in spray mode, you're going to get your gun. You're going to slowly squeeze the trigger so you don't get a big blast. If you got water in your bucket already And the same principle applies as it did with the water. We're going to spray this until paint comes out. When paint comes out, we're going to put it over here. Now, the important part is you put it over here and you run it long enough to where you ensure that you only have water coming out, or you only have paint coming out and no water. Paint's coming out, switch it over, let it run for a little while. If it starts bogging down, turn your pressure up. It's having to work harder because it has paint in it now instead of water. Okay guys, now this thing's ready to spray. The next step, we're gonna put the tip on and I'll show you guys how to spray. All right guys, so now we're gonna put our lock back on. Anytime we're messing with this tip, we wanna do that. We're gonna put our tip back on, like such. And this tip, you can spray this way or this way. You just wanna make sure you're holding this when you do that. Put our spray tip in the spray position, arrow forward, and that's ready to go. The first thing we're going to want to do is come over to, I've got a little wall set up here, and we're going to disengage our trigger lock, and we're testing our pressure here. So you see how that's not a good fan pattern. So we're going to lay our airless down and we're going to walk right back over here. And we're going to come over to our pressure valve. And in this case, looks like we don't have enough. So we're going to turn it up. And we're going to go back. We're going to grab our airless. And now we're going to test another spray fan pattern. That looks good. And what you don't want is fingering. And what fingering is you see how this one has more on the outside edge line. You want a consistent sort of fading out pattern on the edges of your, see how that's a nice faded out solid pattern? And that's what you're looking for, and that's how you know you have the proper pressure. Never spray this thing like this. I saw a guy doing this on the internet. No. That's not how you use an airless spray gun. You always want the direction of your gun to go opposite of that pattern. So you don't want to ever spray like this. That's not how you use this. Anytime you're spraying, you want your spray pattern to be opposite of your fan pattern. So since my fan is perpendicular like this, I'm gonna spray down. Okay, and now that I got the proper pressure, now that I have that, pull the trigger and stay at a consistent motion all the way through. If you see that you're not putting enough paint on your material, then slow down a little bit, okay? If you see you're putting too much, then speed up. Pull the trigger, let go of the trigger, stop. Now you're going to come back over here and you're going to do half of that width of that fan pattern. You do want to be like 10 to 12 inches off of your material. And you want to go halfway. So if that's a 10-inch fan, you want to go 5 inches over to your right. Hit it again. 5 inches to the right of that. Hit it again. And continue that. If you guys like this content, don't forget to subscribe. Share it, like it. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs, you guys. If you want to know how to clean this thing out, I'll put a video right here. Hit that video, and I'll walk you guys through how to clean these things out like a pro.